Hey everybody, how's it going? I wasn't sure if I was recording at first. Anyway, today's going to be a vlog style video. I'm heading down to my favorite junkyard in Maryland, and while I'm down there, I'm also going to hit up, there's two thrift stores I go to down there. You know, when you really think about it, a junkyard is just a thrift store for car parts, you know. You're buying used stuff. I need to get something to eat, and I need to get gas on the way, and I learned my lesson from the last time that I'm not going to, even though my dash cam will be running, I'm not going to put all the video in there. I thought about potentially there's a cool overpass. I like bridges, so this overpass to me is pretty cool, but that's like an hour into my drive, and I'm not going to go through all the hassle of going through an hour's worth of footage just to look for about 30 seconds worth of video. But if anything crazy happens, like an accident or anything, obviously I'll share that. I'm about to stop into this Heritage's dairy store real quick, get a breakfast sandwich and something to drink, and then I'll get some gas, and I will talk to you guys as we're approaching where we're going, and I will talk about where we're going. I wanted to do this from the trailer park, but I didn't want
head northeast toward Buck Road, Route 553.
Of course, as I say, I didn't want any street names listed, but that don't really tell exactly where I'm at. So anyway, I'll talk to you guys in a bit. It's funny, I'm using my OnePlus, my old phone, as a camera so that I can use my other phone as a for my GPS. And when I went to pull the phone off the mount, it ended up pulling the whole mount off the windshield. Now, this is not health advice. In fact, this might be the opposite of health advice. But if you're ever in South Jersey and you find a Heritage's, they have something called a twister, which is a sandwich on a pretzel roll. This particular one is turkey and cheese, but they have pepperoni and cheese, buffalo chicken and cheese, and a few others. Actually, I think you can pretty much get whatever you want on them, but in their ready-made rack, they have those. The pepperoni and cheese is good, but man, it's heavy this early in the morning, to me at least. So, I'm going to hit the road, and I'll get back to you guys in a bit. Alright, so right now I'm driving through basically an area that I grew up, and right now, like, I'm driving past what's called Salem County Fairgrounds, and I've been toying with the idea of doing what is basically, you could say, a documentary style video. It really wouldn't, I'd have to try to make it apply to people that didn't grow up here. But right now we're on Route 40 in southern Jersey. I guess technically right now we're in Piles Grove. Ugh, it makes me sick every time I look at it. Right now I'm driving past what used to be called East Coast Sod. At one point, probably about 9 years ago, this was considered protected farmland, and the government was paying this farmer to farm here. And right now, they're in the process of putting up 5 warehouses on his farmland. The one that's right there that you can't see, right now I'm 3 cars behind the truck. I can't take the phone out and mess with it. And then there's like 2 more that they're building up here, that are, the one that's back here is going to be 1,750,000 square feet. You heard me. 1,750,000 square feet. No, hold on, I'm sorry, there's a sign. 1,754,944 square feet. Sorry, the sign was right there. Right over here, there's a farm stand that has been there my entire life, and a burger stand that's been there my entire life. Burger stand, ice cream We're right on the prime route of people going in and out of the Jersey Shore when you're coming from Delaware, because this road takes you right into Atlantic City, and like once you hit past Malaga and all that, you can go wherever you want. But it really hurts my heart seeing this. Like right here where they're building because this whole, I want to say it's like 5 straight miles, it's going to be nothing but warehouse. They've already painted that one. But like right here, which you won't be able to see, when I was in early high school, I bought a computer, a Dell 486 from a yard sale there, and it's just like I'm watching all my memories be torn up. Like there's a giant, you might be able to, I don't think you'll be able to see it, but there's a giant freaking Amazon warehouse right here. In fact, where my uncle works, they were talking about buying that land because their land left where they're at, and Amazon came in and outbid them. I guess the question that I have is, would you guys really have an interest in a documentary style video from a goofy guy like me? You know, I think I can make it work. Theoretically, in my head, I've been writing a script for like 6 months. Actually, maybe not that long, maybe like 3 or 4 months. You know, because I would have to script it to a certain degree because I don't have the attention span to do a video like that without having some words on paper, because I will just keep going off on tangents like I'm doing right now. But basically, once you get on Route 40 right off of Delaware all the way up to Cowtown, actually I think they're going to stop right before the Salem County Fairgrounds. It's going to be nothing but warehouses, and on the bottom of our tags it says Garden State. They need to change that to say warehouse state, because this is just ridiculous. Like I literally work in one of the first 10 warehouses they put in Swedesboro, New Jersey. I can't say too much more about. Okay, good. I'm not wearing one of my work shirts. I can't say too much more about work because I don't want people knowing the exact place where I work. But the reality is like that whole city or town really became nothing but warehouses. And like honestly, once you get on when you get on 322 coming off the Commodore Barry Bridge, again, there used to be a bunch of farms there.
Right onto Hawks Ridge Road.
They're all gone. Like it's just literally, they're all gone.
Right onto the Route 40 West ramp.
And it's just giant warehouses. But
merge onto US 40 West.
Yesterday, I got news that is more fuel for my fire for the tangent that I was going to go on about, or not my tangent, but my documentary style video on the warehouseification of southern Jersey.
For 16 miles.
If you watch my videos going back to 2015, 2016, I remember doing a video talking about the warehouse that I worked at. I worked for Jet.com, which got bought out by Walmart. But before the acquisition, that's the word, acquisition, they started building the first 850,000 square foot warehouse in New Jersey. Like it was the first warehouse that big, and I did a video where I talked I was driving around it, and it ended up being like almost half a mile driving the complete distance around the warehouse, or maybe quarter mile, I don't know. I'd have to go back and look. And why is somebody doing this slow here? And But anyway, this is something that I did not know about at the time. When they build these warehouses, they get what they call tax abatements, which means you either pay little to no tax, and they'll say, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, or 5. It's usually 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, or 10 years. Apparently, when they built the warehouse in Pedricktown that I used to work at, they got a 10-year tax abatement. Now that that tax abatement's up, they're moving that warehouse. Well, they're not moving the physical warehouse, but they're moving out of that town and going to Pennsylvania, which means all these giant warehouses that they're building are going to be empty in 3, 5, 7, 10 years. Because that warehouse, they got the tax abatement, I found out, late 2014. So they have to be out of there by 2025. And I have got to get past this Tesla that is just randomly forgetting how to drive while they're driving. So like all these, they tore down they tore up all these farms to build these warehouses that are going to be empty in a few years. Because what happens is when they once they have to start paying taxes, then they start looking for new deals elsewhere. And yeah, it's really, really sad. And if you can't tell in my voice, I almost said a bad word, but I'm just going to say another bad word instead. I'm really effing pissed. Because there goes the beautiful farmlands of South Jersey to have these eyesore warehouses that are just going to be empty in a couple years. Now, yes, they're bringing jobs, and one of the things that they promised, I forget, well, here's what happens every time they promise it. It never happens, but they're promising that, oh, I never put more money on my Easy Pass. Oh, well, I'll do that later. They always promise, hey, we're going to give the first X amount of jobs available to residents of the township. And then somehow, some way, that doesn't happen. Alright, so I'm here at Edgewood, Maryland. The junkyard I'm going to is right on the other side of that blue roof. There's a Goodwill on the other side of that truck, and there's a Harbor Freight. I actually need a little toolkit, so I'm probably going to go to Harbor Freight right now. And then behind us, I can't really get to it, is the other thrift store I want to go to, but they don't open until 10, so I'm going to go into Harbor Freight and then see if I can get a little toolkit, also use the bathroom on here. But yeah, I'm going to try to shoot. Man, look at the sky. Wow. Why does it look better on my phone screen than it does in person? Wow, look at that. Look at the clouds. See what I mean about me being what's it called, easily distracted. And I was looking at the screen on my dash cam, which apparently you guys can't see. The like I said, I thought about doing that, put in the image, like it'd be like 30 seconds of that cool overpass, but from what I can see on the screen, it didn't look that good, so we'll see. I don't know. But I don't know what this grocery outlet is, but I'm an hour and a half from my house, so I don't want to get any groceries. Yeah, and I think somewhere around here, I think not that far from here, I'd actually have to search. I think we're not that far from a micro center. Parkville, Maryland is the closest. They're 22 minutes away. Yeah, I don't know. I might not go to one. but that's why I wanted to use this phone, so I didn't have to use this. And also this has a bigger screen for recording. But let's go to Harbor Freight. Like I said, I'll go to the bathroom, see if I can find anything in there. Wow, the LED, I didn't realize how bad the LEDs in my dash mess with the camera. Alright, I'll talk to you guys in a minute. Alright, so what used to be the Goodwill now has a for lease sign in the front. In fact, so is this, the Shoe City doesn't appear to be here anymore. A lot of this seems to be empty. You got a Big Lots down there. But I went to the Harbor Freight and I forgot to grab my tool set before I left. And got this little metric tool set here. It was well, actually SAE metric. It was normally like $60. They had it on sale for $39.99, so I grabbed that. I also grabbed one of these basic screwdrivers. I think I'm going to need that. And then just for the ride home, I'm going to put this in the fuel tank. But it looks like it is after 10 o'clock, so let's head over to Prime Thrift in Edgewood. So we're at Prime Thrift in Edgewood, Maryland. It used to be called, I think it just used to be called Edgewood Thrift Store. I have found some pretty cool stuff here. In fact, I did a video a long time ago about a silver-plated mouse that came from here. I'll see if I can do any filming in there. I don't know, so I'll take this with me. I've been leaving it in my center console, but I'll take this with me just in case I can film. Their electronic section's a little bit different, but we'll see. Hey, I'm sorry. They had employees everywhere. They had customers everywhere. They had copyrighted music blasting. I just couldn't take any video in there. This time the electronics section was just all mid-2010s TVs, a couple sound bars that they wanted way too much money for, a bunch of early widescreen computer monitors, nothing that would be like full 1080p or higher that they wanted too much for, and then like your basic household kitchen appliances. It just really wasn't a good time in there. And like I said, they had a whole bunch of people just all over the place. It was kind of hard to get anything done, and so I couldn't do any video in there. So obviously I ended up walking out with nothing, so we're gonna go to the Junkyard and maybe a couple other places. And man, that Goodwill closing now, that's really surprising. So talk to you guys in a bit. So one cool thing about this Junkyard is there's actually an app you can get. You can even use the website, but like I can type in Toyota if I can spell Camry and hit search, and it'll show me every Camry they have and where it's at in the yard. They have everything. Treeside. I wonder where that's at. Okay. But they have everything organized where, okay, it's in row 32, row 31, space 18. So you can actually find stuff very easily here, which I will probably be using while I'm here. Alright, I already started taking door panel apart. I was trying to pry up on this. I found Camry. This switch feels pretty good. Man, this thing's been smoked in. I started pulling like I said, I started pulling the door panel. I think I got all the all the clips. And oh, I got two 10mm in there. Give me 1 second. I might not have needed to buy that socket set, because these are a Phillips head screw, not a 10mm like I thought. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pop this apart and see you in a second. Okay, socket set ended up being useful anyway. This is a 1/4-inch bit. The where the handle meets the shaft of the screwdriver goes too deep into the door, and this ratchet is backwards. Alright, I'm going to need both hands, but you see what I'm doing here. if you're ever at a junkyard, there's a thing called etiquette. I mean, etiquette should be used anywhere you go. But I don't need this whole door panel. I only need this switch. So I'm going to take the switch out and not destroy anything else in the process. That's the key. Don't wreck a part that somebody else might need just to get your part. And I try to leave screws where somebody who might need the screw can find them. You just don't want to destroy stuff for no reason. And this place is big. Like, this is where I came in, all the way down there, and it still goes on for a while down there. So I'm trying to decide if I want to take this entire harness with it. I feel like that's probably not a bad idea to take the harness, but then I got to deal with this clip here, which I can't do while holding the camera. So yeah, we'll come back in a minute. I decided to leave the harness. I figure maybe somebody else might need it. This switch actually feels pretty good. Woo! And I almost dropped it. So that'll be about it for this one. Gonna try to look for a Kia Soul. See if I can find a spare tire for one of them for a coworker. And yeah, just try to enjoy my time here. And like somebody else, yeah, they did a pretty good job of not destroying everything. Not bad. Okay. And man, these speakers suck, by the way. This one is a base model. It doesn't have JBL, just like mine didn't. So anyway, I will see you guys in a minute. Alright, so I did end up finding the spare tire for my friend's Kia. That was like 20 bucks. And the power window switch was 22, which is about $180 cheaper than a new one, even aftermarket. So altogether I'm like 40, I think after taxes it was like 50 something bucks. And I'm at the Royal Farms, about to top off because their gas is a bit cheaper, and eat a chicken sandwich, and hey, there we go, and that's this. Alright, and then I'm going to do an hour and a half home. I'll see you guys when I get home. Alright, I've made it home safe. Weird discrepancy because it was like 88 miles there and 72 miles back, but then again I also got gas a few miles from where I was, so yeah, we did pretty good. I really want to work on this one lawnmower, and the weather is just good enough to do it, so I might do that, but I really also want to go and relax. So I'll figure out how I want to do things. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Have a blessed day. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.